Good morning, Falcons. Today is Tuesday, April 28th, 2026. I'm Eli, and this review from the Falcons Nest. Indiana's primary election is just 1 week from today. This election will have a major impact going into the general election, as voters will decide the nominee for federal, state, and local offices that will show up on the ballot for November. Three general election, many voters have already gone through the ballot box in St. Joseph County. Absentee voting continues through Monday. Early voting in person is ongoing. On election day, a week from today, polls will be open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Among the races on the ballot are county sheriff and prosecutors races, as well as the Indiana House of Representatives and the United States Congress House of Representatives, as well as Indiana Secretary of its state. Voters should bring a picture ID with them. Yesterday afternoon, powerful spring thunderstorm left many in John Glenn counties in the dark. According to WNDU, the Indiana-Michigan power outage map showed there were more than 4,000 households without power in St. Joseph County and more than 1,100 in LaPorte County. In total, WNDU reports more than 6,000 reported outages in LaPorte County. Don't be late for a very important day is the theme for this Saturday's John Glenn Jr. Senior Prom. It will be held at St. Peter and Paul Parish Hall in South Bend. Tickets are $40 and are available in Miss Mortenson's room. Students who sold chocolate earlier this year can apply their points to a discounted price. The final exam schedule has been announced. Underclassmen will have their second, fourth, and sixth period finals on Monday, May 18th. Their third and fifth period finals on Tuesday, May 19th, and their first and seventh period finals on Wednesday, May 20th. Now the weather with Ryan.
Today's weather is next temperature of 55, real feel of 52, fair air quality and cloudy, now 3 forecast. Tuesday's gonna be a high 63, partly cloudy and a low 47. Wednesday's gonna be a high 56, rainy and a low 36. Thursday's gonna be a high 56, partly cloudy and a low 35. Now sports with Blake.
Inclement weather postponed last night's Glen softball game with Elkhart Christian and the baseball game with Knox. The baseball team has now had 4 postpones this season. Tonight, the girls' tennis team hosts Jimtown while the softball team will be at Tippecanoe Valley. Wednesday, the baseball team hosts South Central Satellites while the JV will be at Jimtown. The tennis team travels to Port Longmere and the boys' golf team will be at Jimtown. Thursday, the softball team will be at Knox for a conference game. The tennis team plays at Tippecanoe Valley while the baseball team hosts Tippecanoe Valley. The JV plays at Tippecanoe Valley. Our JV softball team plays at Knox. Friday, the boys golf team will play in the Benny Leonard Memorial Tournament. The softball team hosts Cowts and the track teams compete in the Lancer Relays at LaVille. The varsity baseball team will be at Tippecanoe Valley while the JV hosts Tippecanoe Valley. Saturday, the baseball team hosts Boone Grove. This week's baseball rankings are out with a few changes in Glenn's Class 3A. Gary Andrean remains number 1, followed by Gary Catholic, Western, Hanover Central, Ron Cali, Gibson Southern, Jasper, DeKalb, Cathedral, and Heritage Hills. Cows is number 1 in Class 1A, with Triton third, Crown Point is number 2, and Penn is number 3 in 4A, with Valparaiso 7th, Munster 8, and Lake Central 10th. Now back to lunch with Ryan.
Burger sliders, uncrustable, ham and turkey chip salad, the side are taco toppings, and fruit slushy. Have a great day, Falcons.